excited to hear these songs, these AI-generated songs. I want to see if anybody else called out anybody on their team.
Running wild, dashing through the streets. Every step a heartbeat, feeling so complete. Life's a race, sprinting everywhere we go. Fast and furious on our toes. On our toes. Cars on the road, chasing down our dreams. Fighting hard, giving it all, bursting at the seams. With every ounce of soul we strive and we strive. Failure's not an option. We'll reach our goal and thrive. Life drive and thrive. We'll reach our goal and thrive. Life just flashed before your eyes. Blink and it's gone. But we're taking a victory here tonight. Seizing the dawn. Every hurdle, every fight, a testament to our minds. With hearts on fire, shining bright. We're shining bright. Dashley, shooting robots and driving on rails. Phoenix, the team that always prevails. Was burned down, now we back in the game. Onyx, who, yeah, will never be the same. Burning like fire, rising from the ashes. We're the ones causing all the clashes. No fear in our hearts, we're ready to fight. Phoenix shines bright, we're taking flight. From the depths of defeat, we made our escape. A team of legends, we're keeping the tape. Onyx left us cold, but we heated up fast. Now we're on fire, ain't no way we'll be surpassed. Fast, now we're on fire. Ain't no way we'll be surpassed.
Bam. Hello. I am Jake from State Farm, once again joined by Hubballs.
I'm going to be here all day.
He's literally not missed a single match of commentating, so for the whole day.
And anybody who watched the Hacks versus 12 AM match, I know I was very very straightforward with what was going on. I'm gonna try and switch it up a little bit so it's not as boring to watch. My bad. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this match. I've been looking forward to this match in particular for a while, just because I like watching live play. I never really get to play against Castle, Pancake, FTP, Owl, any of those guys. So getting to see them in game is really fun. Well, whenever they get their guys in here, their fifths will go through lineups. But in the meantime, Jake, do you have any predictions for how this is going to go? Like specific, broad, anything like that?
Sorry, I was.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was actually just gonna say you have two different setups right now.
Yeah, I was gonna make sure that my windows were how I want them to be. But yeah, predictions. So I guess we're still waiting on the last person for life, but looks like we've got a Brackers mod, EX626.com, and Spud for Phoenix. I'm surprised we don't see Cream with it being a playoff match, but
Yeah, and I know I saw him in the Dash League channel not too long ago. So maybe it's just not his best map. And that's why they're pulling him out,
hey,
or he can only make one map. I don't know.
you never know. I'm excited to see Smod play. I haven't seen a whole lot of him this season, so he's a very good player. So
Absolutely.
I like to see him in these games. Or Brackers, definitely he's been around a long time, always a classic to watch. .com, he's literally I don't think he's ever missed a league match. I don't think.
Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, speaking of Cream real quick though, before we carry on with our stuff. Cream, if you're watching, where's my 1v1 dog? I've been trying to 1v1 Cream for like 2 months now, so we'll see. But
It just never works
anyway,
out.
no, it never does. We're always busy, so I get it. Life happens, but in the meantime, we also got. So I feel like this is gonna be a really a semi-close match. I personally am in favor of Life winning this one, but that's mainly due to their, at least now, it's at least mainly due to their current lineups. Like I love Phoenix and I love their players, and they're all really good players. But I feel like Life has the upper hand here with EP, FTP. I mean Castle. These are big name players that we're talking, and I feel like in terms of killing power and overall objective focus, Castle, Evil Pancake, and F2P are all fairly similar in scope, while we've got a more broken out version of that on Phoenix. Like, .com and Spud are both fantastic killers, and the Abrackers and Smod, from what I've seen anyway, are very objective focused, but it's more split up across the team, whereas Life has it all in a bundle for their top three at least. Again, this is all just my opinions and all that, so I could be, talking on my ass here, but what
One
about you,
thing,
Jake?
one thing I kind of observed with the first map choice is that Life chose the map that they pre-checked Phoenix on, so they're playing. I'm pretty sure Life is the higher seed team, I think.
Yeah, I want to say they're. Can you flip your drone around to the playoffs? Actually, we can take a look.
Oh yeah, if they're updated. Are they updated?
They are.
Okay, Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
Life
so Life
chose
is.
Abyss. So that's a really
That's
smart
very
move.
weird.
It's a smart move on their part. I mean, they
It
pre-checked
is.
Phoenix the last time these two teams played on Abyss. So,
Yeah, I mean, in a typical match, I would say it's a weird choice mainly
oh
because
yeah.
no one likes playing on Abyss. But I mean, taking into past accounts, like that's a really smart choice on Life's fault. And speaking of Life, we've got their fifth Auditorium Leviathan, yet another
Ah,
insane killer, objective focused, etc., etc. So I still stand by my word. I feel like Life has a more all-in-one package per player, while Phoenix has a more split up type of deal going on. So I feel like that's going to play into Life's hand a little better. But I guess Phoenix, it's up to you to prove me wrong. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll be curious. I wonder if what role Odd is gonna play because he plays from like disruptors to rocketeer to main cart rider. So
If you pick a role, the answer is probably yes.
yeah, it's like
Um,
Odd can do all of them.
excuse me.
But yeah, this is gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be a very, very good match. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, so am I. I'm hoping we'll see some good plays. I hope the match doesn't end abruptly with any pre-checks or 3-0s or anything like that.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
want
this is
like
one of those matches.
a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
payload, a long domination.
This is one of those maps where I'd be okay with sitting through 25 minutes of domination because
This is the only
it's
time
intense
though,
from start to
playoffs.
finish. Yeah, no, for real. Any other time I would rather die, but anyway, we got 18 people in the stream as of right this very second that I can see. So why don't we go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe? We need to build up that thriving community and all that. So,
So I'm curious, has YouTube gone away with polls? Because I don't even see an option where I can make polls anymore.
not sure what they're looking for. They're looking for if you're good or not. Sorry, I don't mean to
Oh yeah,
interrupt or nothing.
that's true.
But yes, I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. So
That's so dumb. I like polls, but oh well.
let's get her started. AJ with the Robin. Anyway, got rollouts.
Uh-oh.
F2P. What are we gonna see here? What are we gonna see on F2P's part? What are you gonna do? Pistols probably.
More than likely.
I can smell what my neighbors are cooking, and it smells so good. Damn, I need food. Anyway, sorry. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it started. F2P picking it up right on the 0 mark. Good for him. He knows the timing. Now, there's going to be a lot of fast-moving parts here to try and explain what's going on. Even though most of you don't really need it, I'm still going to try my best to, kind of sort out what's happening at any given moment. Cart's still moving, so, Oh, unfortunate rocket placement there. EP going on a killing spree. Taken out by Abrackers. Lovely cart focus here. I feel like Abracker should have like the highest points per second in any map that he ever plays. I feel like I always see him on objective. Taken out by F2P, who goes for the health and is taken out by Smod. So there's still a few red players in the general vicinity, but for the most part, Blue's taken over the area. Really trying to make sure that they can push forward and keep the cart clear of any red players. Spud going on a spree. Almost dies to suicide. Picks up the health. What's he going to do? He's going to kill Owl. Good choice. Cart is currently in water room with 4:40 on the clock, making fantastic time. I don't think the cart has stopped a single time, except for now. The cart has stopped now. Odd taking up a spot in SMG spawn, trying to kill anybody who hops on cart, and also trying to keep the flank clear, which is a really smart move here on his part, making sure that his team can move unobstructed. He's going to push back for a second, though, because now that they know that he's there, they're going to be looking for him specifically. So he's going to take up a new position, wait until it's kind of sort of clear, and then he can push back just like that. Fantastic play by Odd there. He knows what he's doing. I love watching this man work. I mean, when he gets into a mindset, like, it's over for whoever he's playing against, really. EP hopping up, taking kills. Wow, lots of trades happening here. EP was on a 6K, I believe, just then. Cart has been stopped in water room for quite some time now. They have had some micro pushes, but for the most part, it's been fairly stagnant. And man, it's just odd. Is just anyone who hops on cart is immediately taken out. Good kill by EX there, trying to make sure that. Oh, unfortunate suicide by EP. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Happens to the best of us. Now, one thing I have noticed, Jake, is that they don't have rockets up. It seems like. Have
Yeah, I
you seen any?
mean, I don't think I've seen any rockets, but I knew that Odd had rockets kind of towards the beginning and then ended up wasting all his dashes and dying.
That's
Although
who
I
that
see
was.
rockets are up now.
Okay, all right.
I'm curious as to who has them, but continue.
So I was going to say it just seems like they have. I kind of agree with the sentiment here. It seems like they've got a really good stance on when to use rockets. I hate using rockets on this map outside of that hallway that they are currently like rounding the corner to, and the very, very start. Those are the only two spots I ever care to use rockets or shocks, because anywhere else is just it's impractical as hell. So they definitely have a good idea of how they want to use their weaponry, use what they have to their advantage. Castle with some crazy long distance picks right now. Keeping the area clear. Water room is completely clear of blue players as of right this very second, and Castle is trying to push up to take up more space, taking up my smod. I want to see a group up here because, I mean, 2 minutes on the clock is not very long for where they're at. You want to be at 2 minutes, like, all the way around the top corner, and they're not there right now. Now, it's still well within the realm of possibility to get past checkpoint, but I mean, at the rate they've been going, .com dancing on cart, of course. I'd love to see it. Except it's finals, and I wouldn't mess around too much. But finally around in corner with just a minute and a half to go. Life may very well pre-check them here. Getting past, like, once you get to past that corner, it becomes easier in some aspects and harder in others. So it's easier to keep the enemy team, red side in this case, from getting rockets. Getting rockets situated, but at the same time, if they do get rockets up, it becomes so intensely horrible trying to take them out because they have all the cover they would ever need. They're right next to spawn. I mean, it really depends on how PHNX approaches this. We got a minute left on the clock, exact, and not a lot of movement has been seen here. I'm hoping they make it through checkpoint. Like I said at the start, I want a longer match, preferably for just entertainment's sake. But at the same time, we could be looking at a really, really quick payload here. Odd is absolutely ripping through people right now. So is Evil Pancake and Castle. They are staying on top of their game. So .com finally takes Odd out, or FTP, sorry. It kind of looks like he's trying to clear the area out for the most part, but he is stopped in his tracks by EP, who then proceeds to push up and cause more havoc and destruction elsewhere. Taken out by EX, who then takes out Castle. We've got 3 members of Red down, 3 members of Life down, sorry. So we could see a huge push here. With only 2 seconds remaining, this overtime push is really where it's going to count. And all of Blue just got destroyed. Still one on cart, taken out, and that is it. Life pre-checks PHNX at 30.52% and secures at least a shorter payload. Still to be determined on if they're going to make it to there or not. PHNX could still stop them, but we'll see how it goes. Got EXE picking up rockets here. I have not seen X626 really ever run rockets. Have you, Jake? Because I can't tell you how.
I believe he is their sort of main rocketeer besides like .com. So I've seen him play rockets a lot in pubs. So, but he likes that rocket and shield combo. So,
hey, to each their own. And he's making it work for him. I don't think he took too much damage there due to the shield. Cart has been schmovin', making time. They got double, triple stack at any one given moment, doing a good job of making sure that they keep the area clear. If you look towards the map, it looks like Blue actually has a fantastic hold setup where Red has to face at least one enemy at any given moment in order to make it to the cart. But at the same time, those one person area holds usually overlap with each other. So you'll fight one and get shot in the back from another. .com finds a way to get around, but is taken out. A bunch of quick trades happen. Looks like we've got more red side making their way to cart. Cart is still up though, and about 5 minutes remaining, they enter the water room. Well, okay, well maybe not quite yet, but they're right there. Just ignore the excitement until they actually make it to water room. Evil Pancake, same thing as Spud earlier, almost kills himself in the water, doesn't, grabs the health, and it looks like he's going to start to push up here as soon as it gets in the water room. Looking to take out X. Succeeds. I kind of expected X to just kill himself and Pancake there for a second, but I suppose the spawn advantage difference would be too great. Cart's still moving, double stack, triple stacked even sometimes. Fantastic headshot by Evil Pancake on Abrackers there. Looking for the kill on .com, doesn't get it. Taken up by Owl. Goes on a cheeky little 2K, or 4K actually. F2P also on a 4K. I mean, yeah, just life has not stopped. Their energy is high. Odd clapping. Goodness. Man, what a matchup of teams. And with 3:47 on the clock, they are inching closer and closer to that checkpoint. Looks like Odd's been maining Cart for the most part, and he's been doing a really good job of it. With rockets up, that's where Life's focus is going to have to go at this point. Actually, never mind. Evil Pancake's just going to exist behind them and take them out anyway. So, you know, I don't know what I figured would happen. Double stack corner camp around the corner is crazy. Man, there's always someone on blue side right there to kill whoever kills, you know, their teammate. Their coordination is insane. I'm trying to take up space here with words while we wait for them to inevitably hit that checkpoint, but it's just, I'm speechless. I love the coordination. Very good. Got Abrackers hanging out on Cart, taken out by EP, who pushes forward to try and secure their win here. And that's that. Life wins at 30.53% with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Jake, is that how you thought the game would go, or did you have a different expectation?
I thought Phoenix might get checkpoint, but at the same time, with the map choice, Life just had a huge advantage, I think, just coming into this game. So, but
Yeah, for sure.
I guess we'll read the scores off. We got .com on top for his team, 31 kills, 31 deaths, straight even, 3,800 score, and Evil Pancake top killing, top scoring, 40 kills and 22 deaths. I don't remember what his score was, but
48-44.
cool. But I mean, just
yeah, no, good show out by both teams.
Just a dominant performance by Life here. I don't really know what else to say about that besides I think they came in with a winning mentality, and I don't think Phoenix did. So
yeah. Well, we'll see if we can get a swap out for Cream here on Phoenix. If we get Cream in here, I feel like the dynamics would change a little bit. Not quite so sure that will happen necessarily. We're going to be playing a Corey, so this is just a repeat of cycle 6?
Yes, literally.
Yeah, so it's just cycle 6. Let's go. Corey's one of those maps where it's like for me anyway, it's like a win or lose situation. Like, Corey can be fun, but God forbid the other team knows what they're doing, because Corey can become tedious really, really fast. Waterway is one thing, because I feel like even if it's the same, same stuff over and over and over for 25 minutes, for some reason, it just feels completely different. Meanwhile, at Quarry, it's like, it's enclosed. There's a lot of internals to it. There's a lot of rooms in it compared to Waterway, which is very open. So I feel like that's why, but Quarry can just become so tediously annoying. And I'm hoping, for the sake of the match, that we'll see a tediously annoying match. But, that is to be determined as of right this very second.
Yeah, I could see this being a long Corey, but at the same time, I could just see, maybe not a 25-minute one, but definitely at least like a 15 or 17-minute long Corey, just because Phoenix is able to hold out. I'll be curious
Yeah, for sure.
to see how they do here.
And it doesn't look like we're having any swap outs of players, so it looks like we're not going to be seeing Cream for today, but you know, there's still some time in between the matches, so I'll give it the time. But I would imagine that if Cream was hopping in, he would have already been in. So,
I think so. I'm pretty sure he's a. If we were to see him, he would have been on the payload. So
for sure, yeah, for sure. Blister in the comments saying to make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and to support the community. Thank you, Blister. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that, everybody? Why don't we go ahead and like? We've got 26 people in here and only 11 likes. Cliche as it may be, likes actually do, crazy enough, help get a channel notice. So let's you know, let's get it started. IGB in the comments also saying players nowadays move slower. Man, if that was slow, I'd hate to see you play. I would be turning my head around all sorts of ways.
IJB was a. If you've seen some of his past footage, like from season 4 and he's been like other seasons, but he was is still a very good, very good player. And it looks like
Oh, and I
we
guess we're
are
going.
off.
Well, yeah, no, I have not seen any of IGB playing, or IJB. Good lord, I can't say that name playing, so I'll have to check that out later and see what he's talking about. Wow, both teams were immediately in tunnel, and EP just had the better shot. X taking him out. More battling in tunnel. A lot of tunnel fighting right now. This seems to be the point of conjecture for the time being, anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Both cameras are on .com. Jake, do you think we could? There we go. Yeah, cool. So Smod going to B. You know, and that's another thing about this map. Like, I feel like B isn't even the conjecture point like it is on Waterway. Like Waterway, if you control B and your base, like you know, you can kind of coordinate something here. But with B, I feel like the point of conjecture is tunnel, just because of that flanking ability. It's so unpredictable. Like how many people are going to come through, when they're going to come through. Yeah, it's important to hold all the points. Obviously, that's how you score. But at the same time, like you can hold only your base and still get the other two. With just having enough people who are skilled enough going through that tunnel. So we'll see how much they utilize the tunnel here. Blues got B, and that's a countdown for life, countered by Spud at Phoenix's base, but we've already got a few blue players here outside their spawn, so we'll see how that gets taken care of. Spud kills FTP, but there's a lot of blue activity around here, so you know, looks like for the most part the life has been cleared out though, so they're going to try and push up towards that B point and take that. Good, wow, good dashes there by Spud. Good kill on Owl as well. That looked like a misdash on Spud's part, but we'll see how he handles that. Double kill, and this is where they're going to want to push up as much as possible to take that point. Unfortunately, taken out by EP. But that would have been a point to, wow, fantastic dashing. Or they would have wanted to push into the enemy team's base to try and capture that and spawn lock those guys so that they could get that point. Smod moving out of Phoenix's base, which they just lost to an unknown player. B is the only point which they hold, so it's kind of on Smod here until they get that point back, which they did. So Odd kind of just dashing around, hanging out, waiting to be. Taking that cheeky spot that I never check and always die to for some reason. Even though I know that there's someone's going to be there. Man. Decent amount of activity at B, but not quite as much as I was anticipating. Looks like blue side's going to take back B for the time being. Castle getting some great picks here. He's on a 5K right now. Taken out by Smod. Smod spinning in circles trying to figure out where the hell Odd is firing from and just can't quite find him. That's what makes that spot so great for your own team, not for the enemy team, but for your own team. Like it's anticipated, but you can't really anticipate that whole line of balcony, like where they're going to be hiding at. And there's a lot of little spots you can hide in here at B on Quarry. So fantastic usage of that by Odd. Looks like the main fighting for B has moved outside of blue side spawn. Life is currently holding on to both A and C, so all they need is to get B. PHNX takes their base back, though. Castle matching them with taking B. Are we going to see a countdown? No, we are not. Abracker takes out Castle, takes out F2P, and goes for the button. Odds just swinging back around, though, to come grab that. PHNX is starting to push up, it looks like. So we're about 4 minutes in right now, 4:15, give or take, and we've only seen one countdown, to my knowledge. Anyway, I might have missed one or two, but to my knowledge, we've only seen one countdown, so we can definitely see how evenly matched these teams are on Quarry. And I think that's countdown for PHNX. There's only 2 up, and they get the counter anyway. Wow, good play by Odd there. But yeah, you can definitely see why PHNX chose this map. They are more on equal footing here. And while they may not be able to outright 3-0 Life necessarily, there's still it still gives them the fighting chance they need to get, you know, even just a 1 point and run the clock out type thing. So we'll see how that treats them. Unfortunate, someone missed the button. I didn't catch quite whose name that was. Countdown for PHNX. It is countered. Oh man. Hey, Jake, do you think you could move your, Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I hadn't even noticed it until I was, like, waiting for something to happen to talk about. A couple blue players here at B. Smod taking care of them, making light work of it. Grabs the dash, doesn't grab the button, though. I think he and his team... that's a spot? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you could get back there. That's wild. Yeah. So Smod taken out. Got a lot going on here at B. Looks like Life has taken back B, but maybe not for long. Got a lot of PHNX players here moving in to try and remove Life from the equation. Countdown for Life with 4 up, 3 up, 4 back. Looks like PHNX has cleared their base though, so they are all going to push out towards B and try and regain control of that. This is one of those maps too where, like, you know, a lot can be happening all at once for a very long time, and then it just stops. It goes into a lull. Shout out to .com there for that 5K that I missed as well. Got F2P trying to sneakily make his way towards the back in anticipation of a countdown. PHNX takes B back though, which is gonna ruin his plans if he doesn't notice. Which it looks like he does, but I don't think he wants too much dead time here, so he's gonna have to make a play at some point. Which is now when they get a countdown. Smod counters at B. What is F2P gonna do about that? He is going to recapture the base, grab the health, wait for B to be taken by another Life member, and really just try and hold out, which unfortunately does not quite work out for him like he wants it to, but, well, that's that. And just like that, all of Life has been cleared from PHNX's base, at which point they are now going to move up and try and disrupt Life at least, and at best, make a move on their own base. See here, it looks like they do. That's a countdown for PHNX. .com taking as many dashes as humanly possible. Does not get the countdown, though, because Life had someone in their own base, and now Life has B and C, and now Life is going to have to push up and retake all of that. Now, Life and PHNX are both playing this in almost the same way, which is really cool to watch what happens when teams play this in, you know, similar ways. They always have they've always got like one person at the enemy base. They've always got like 2 or 3 people running through tunnel, and they've always got one person or 2 people trying to run through B and then make it to the, you know, the opposite team's base for a countdown. And they're all waiting on that one magical moment where all of the enemy team dies at the same time to spawn lock them, or at least most of the enemy team. And that's really what you want to do on maps, on domination maps here, like Waterway and Quarry, Volcano, all of these. You want to get as many kills on the enemy team as humanly possible in as short amount of time as possible, and then spawn lock them by hitting buttons. Quick countdown for Phoenix, quickly countered by Life, which they get B and C back. Phoenix takes B. We got X on SMGs, making light work of everybody. Looks like he's going to try the same kind of deal that F2P tried. Unfortunately taken out by EP, though. Who is on Castle on a 4K. Not EP, Castle is. Quick dashing by .com confuses EP, and .com takes him out. .com also gets F2P. He's looking for that third pick and doesn't find it. Castle gets him. And Castle turning around, doesn't know what he's doing. I can understand it, though. A lot happens, especially in this tunnel area. And hell, I get confused in Walker matches. I can't imagine trying to work through something like this, you know?
Red takes B.
Phoenix is doing a real good job here of keeping Life at bay, though. Countdown for Life. Are we going to see a point for somebody? No, it does not look like it. Yeah, no, these teams are both very good, and I feel like we could even see a control point, or not a control point, a sudden death, which would be pretty crazy. But there's 15 minutes left. Anything could happen. I'm going to leave it up to imagination. There was one down for Phoenix with that countdown on Life, and .com was able to counter it. Or not .com, sorry. Abrackers was able to counter it, looked like. Moving back out towards B, keeping those pistols as close together as humanly possible for maximum accuracy. Quick countdown by Phoenix, and then countered by Life. It seems to be how this match is just how it's working out so far, is one team gets a countdown, they won't even make it past 3 seconds, and then the other team is able to get someone on there to counter. So, Life, quick countdown, countered. Countdown with one person up. That's it, team wipe. And we see a point for Life at 15-ish, 14-ish minutes. So, good play by Life there. You can see what I mean there when they spawn locked everybody. They killed as many people as possible in a short amount of time as possible. We're able to lock down 4 and then got the last kill at button, which was good play by Life. So now we need to see if Phoenix is going to respond or if we're going to see the snowball effect and Life is going to go 3-0. There are some in-between scenarios, obviously, but those are the 2 most common that I've seen. So quick countdown for Life. Looks like the snowball effect is taking into consideration here, so we'll see. That's another point for Life. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be the snowball effect. 2 points back to back. Will we see a third, and will we see Phoenix removed from the well, not removed necessarily, but out of running for the top of Dasher? Or will Phoenix make the biggest comeback of the century, get 3 points and 3-2 Life with a control point? Guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Red takes C. Blue takes C.
Looks like Phoenix is taking a really defensive approach to this next turn. They really want to keep Life out of their base as much as possible, so most of them are hanging back in their base, waiting to see if it's going to be cleared out or not. And it works out for them, because now they're able to take B. Unfortunately, Odd waiting at B like a hungry shark to take them out. There was a quick countdown there for Life that I missed, but it was countered by Smod. Phoenix taking A and C. All they need is B now.
Blue takes C.
Odd taken out by Abrackers, it looks like. Man, this is a high intense match.
Red takes B.
Yeah, so it looks like Life was on a roll there for a second. They got 2 points back to back, but now Phoenix has kind of put a stop to the roll, put it more into that lull state. So we may very well see a point here by Phoenix, but we got a lot of life outside of Phoenix's base. We'll see how that works out for.
Blue takes countered.
See how that works out for Life. Quick countdown, but also it's just as quickly countered by .com, who then clears out the base and dances on the health spawn because he knows that he just successfully evaded another point being scored by Life. Looks like Phoenix has a lot of players over
Team.
over near their.
Oh,
base.
team wipe!
Phoenix, and that's the team wipe. Wow, good comeback by Phoenix there. 2-1 right now in Life's favor. Phoenix could still take this back. We've got 11 minutes on the clock. So, you know, if Phoenix can score one more point, then just hold on to that, or score 2 more points and win it, you know, God willing. If they can score another point at least, they might be able to. Insane dashing by .com there. You can tell he practices workout or his rollouts. But yeah, no, if Phoenix can score another point, they might be able to lock it up into a sudden death, and might even give them the snowball effect themselves, which would allow them to get that 3rd and final point and move this to a control point. I guess we'll have to see. Owl in Phoenix's base. Completely outgunned there by like 3 or 4 people. That was an unfortunate timing there for him, but he did hold on to his own there for a minute, so good on him. Phoenix trying to push into Life space, which they take, but Life is still holding on to B, and I'm assuming Odd is probably at B still. So countdown for Life. There's 4 people up. Castle moving around in their base, taking them out. There's 3 people up on Phoenix. As of right now, Phoenix holding B. Seems like they're switching back and forth. If Phoenix is holding B, Life is holding A and C, and vice versa for the most part of this game. So Castle was waiting on that first dash so that he could try and get the Peeker's advantage here in Tunnel, but see how that works out for him. Misses the dash, unfortunately. .com gets it. He was just too quick. Gets a kill on Owl, pushes into their base. Looking for a countdown, doesn't find it though, because Life has B still. Life is also taking back their own base. Feels like... Oh no.
.com! Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. His dashing is insane. Phoenix got a countdown there too, due to .com's crazy sugarcane-esque dashing. It's probably where Sugarcane gets it from, honestly. So yeah. Just a lot going on at any one given moment, and then it just drops out. Countdown for Life, countered, countdown for Life. 1 up, it's just .com, he gets the counter, it's just Spud. Are we gonna see the final point of the game? We're not, Spud gets the counter again. Wow. Good play by both of those Phoenix players there. That really, that could have been really bad for their team there. Speed looking for blood on a mission. Taken out by Odd. Unfortunate. Now the only point that Life was holding on there was C, and it looked like they lost a few players. That would have been a prime time for Phoenix to get them, but it seems like positioning here might be just a little off or something like that. Odd glitching out a tad. They do get a countdown, but it's quickly countered at by Smod, who's been getting an insane amount of counters, might I say. I feel like every other counter has been Smod, so good for him. Countdown for Phoenix. Unfortunately, 4 or 5 Life players were up, so that was not the best time to have that happen, unfortunately. Now, I do want to point out that while Domination is definitely a objective-focused map, as are all things in Hyperdash, Life is significantly out-killing Phoenix here. Life is just putting down more numbers, and that's making it really hard on Phoenix to be able to get themselves in a situation where they can successfully maintain a countdown into a point, which really, it's unfortunate for Phoenix there, but they still have gotten a point, so this clearly something might work. 7 minutes left on the clock, anything could happen. It's still anybody's game. I've said this too many times, so I'm not going to say it again, but, I'll be watching. Castle moving up to take F2P's position. Owl on a 4K. Looks like Castle's going to wait for a prime opportunity to get a countdown, which was just then. And that's 2 people up, 3 people up. They do counter at their own base. Life trying to push back in there and take up space, but by this point, all 5 members of Phoenix have already respawned. And Evil Pancake, you could tell he knows that he's not trying to take space anymore. He's trying to hide himself away so that nobody knows he's there, so that he can help his team out when it counts. Life, countdown again, 3 up, counter at B. EP is absolutely going off right now. 4K, 5K. Pressing the button, and 6K. Will we see a 7? No, we won't. .com takes him out. .com grabs C, and now all they need is B, and they might have a countdown on their hands. Looking for them dashes. Doesn't quite get it and gets taken out by EP. Looks like Life is going to take back their home point, and now all they need is Phoenix's base. Well, and now they need B. Phoenix is really pushing together here as a group. You can see in the mini-map, most of Phoenix is outside of B or in B, trying to maintain some level of positioning to have a 5-person group up push. Unfortunately, one of them was taken, Abrackers it looked like was taken out by someone. I'm missing names here, back and or left and right. Odd freezing again. Gets the kill anyway.
Blue takes B.
And again, you can see by the map here, we've got the Clash of Titans. Almost all the team members are in this one confined area here outside of B.
Blue countered.
And Phoenix just happened to get the upper hand there. Phoenix counters.
Only
there's a
2
countdown.
up.
Only 2 up. This could be their second point. Unfortunately, it gets countered and all of the remaining Life members respawn. Immediately looking to push back out to B to grab that advantage again. And with only 4.5 minutes left remaining, it's slowly winding down on the amount of time Phoenix has to get a second point and at least confirm a sudden death, let alone confirm a second point. So they're going to have to... Wow, crazy dashing by Odd there. They had a countdown for Life.com countered. The clock is ticking, and Grandfather Time gets all people. So Phoenix has to really put together some sort of collective effort here if they intend to get another point and send it to a sudden death. We might be looking at a 2-1, though, with the amount of back and forth that we've seen so far. It's just a lot of things can happen in a short amount of time, and that's unfortunately just how these maps go. It's a very fast-paced situation, fast-paced environment.
Blue takes
Odd countering a Phoenix countdown. Good on him. I didn't even notice. Hard to notice when things like that happen when I can't hear the actual game audio, unfortunately. So I'm trying to move my eyes around as much as humanly possible, but there's, I am fallible. I apologize.
blue team.
Life gets a countdown, quickly countered by Smod yet again. Smod, master of counters.
Counter.
Odd, master of, well, everything, pretty much. Countdown for Phoenix. Odd's in their base, though, with another number of life, so that most likely would not happen.
Red take red.
Unfortunate. Phoenix has a countdown again. Odd grabs it. Oh, man. Phoenix has been really close here with a few of these countdowns, and it's just... Life is just too overwhelming, it feels like, for Phoenix to really get any... I mean, even with one member up, Life, this could go for both sides, but with one member up, Life just seems to have the better suited counter ability, almost, if that makes sense. Life, Evil Pancake, looking to push into the enemy's base, taking this route that I've seen him take a few times now, and it's worked out for him pretty much every time. Gets a kill on Smod. Their master counterer is down. With only 2 up, this could be... And they just managed to get the respawn, though, which allows Phoenix to get the counter there. And Phoenix takes back C, which is life space, actually.
Countered.
And now we've traded back. Life back in control of B and C. Phoenix in control of their own base. 1:50 on the clock. Phoenix has a very short amount of time to set something up here. And Life has just as small amount of time to either put an end to it now or hold off. And this is about the time, for me personally, where I would start recommending to my own team, in a similar situation, to just play defensively, hold on to the base, try and keep B if you can, but for the most part, there's no need to overextend yourself and risk Phoenix getting a point here. So we'll see if Life plays it more defensively or if they decide that they really want to go for that 3-2. Or 3-1, sorry.
Blue takes B.
F2P on B.
Takes B.
Gets a couple kills.
Blue takes B.
Taken out by Spud. Double kill by Spud. Almost a triple K. But Owl coming in with that 4K streak. Yeah, I mean, based on odds positioning here, it feels like they mainly are trying to keep members of Phoenix away from their own base. So
Takes C.
I can't imagine in the next 30 seconds that we'll see a point scored, but anything can happen. With just 30 seconds remaining, Phoenix only has their own base currently, taking B, looking to push out and grab that last point for a last second countdown, last second score, last second sudden death. It was taken back by F2P though, and looks like F2P is going to push into their base and try and cause some disruption by taking their own button to avoid any kind of countdowns in the few seconds that may happen. Which did just happen, and that's that. Life takes the win on control or domination 2-1. There will not be a control point, and Phoenix will move into the. I need to find another way to say this because I don't want it to sound like I'm hating on anybody, but the technical losers bracket, I believe. It's just the not on top bracket. I don't know. 5th or 6th, I think, is the.
It's a wild card.
3rd or 4th. Wild card.
Wild card, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be. Actually, I think wild card is for whoever loses the semifinals. Well, I don't know. Actually, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I I have no clue how this exactly works. I believe that Phoenix will be in the running for 5th or 6th now, and they'll have another match for that. But I could be wrong. Anyone in the chat, feel free to correct me on that. We do have 32 people in here, so you know, if I'm wrong, please call me out on it. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time anyway. But yeah, no, fantastic showing by both teams. I kind of expected Life to take this if they had their top lineup, which it looks like they did. So, you know, not too nothing too crazy, but Phoenix did a really good job of keeping Life at bay there on that quarry. Jake, you got any closing thoughts?
I mean, just what a crazy quarry match. I mean, if a 25-minute quarry match were to happen, I'd rather happen during a playoff match. So that was
For sure.
That was well worth it to watch. So, but yeah, Life just kind of coming out and
oh, and real quick, we missed the final scores.
oh, we did. Yes.
Yeah, but .com and Evil Pancake matching in almost exactly in kills and deaths. Evil Pancake coming out on top there with 4 less deaths. And then on Phoenix's side, we've got Smod with 53 and 65, Spud with 59 and 62, X626 with 53 and 69, and Abrackers with 35 and 74. On Life's side, we've got EP on top, like I said, and then Castle 7860, Odd 7045, F2P 4852, and Owl and 57 and 64. So yeah, no, Life was just, I feel like Life was just out killing them to a point where Phoenix couldn't really get nothing set up, unfortunately. So what a match though.
I was hoping they get that second point so we could see a sudden death, but it wasn't meant to be.
Unfortunately. But this brings us to the end of our Life v Phoenix quarterfinals round. I believe in an hour or so, there's the Jester versus Emu match, so stay tuned for that. And then an hour after that is the Southern Cross Control match, again, which I will be a part of, hopefully. So I will catch y'all there, and y'all have a good one.
We'll see you guys. All right.